Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I'm going to be doing your reading for the week. So we are in the week of the 5th, let me see, of the 5th to, I guess the 12th, or the 6th to the 12th. Okay, so let's look at the energies for this week. Keeping in mind we have a full moon in Virgo coming in. It's going to not snap us out of our reverie. I feel that it's just going to, starting to want to focus direction. Okay, so the stuff that you've been thinking about, the stuff that you've been receiving, I feel that you're going to be asked to put it in motion, to start moving it along, to really look into it, you see? So you go the Hangman in reverse, so it's perception, it's also getting out of limbo, into action. Okay, so yes, basically that's what it came in. Take everything that you've received from Pisces season, all that beautiful reverie, all that beautiful dreaming that you've done, and take some part of it and give it life. There you go. Give it life, beautiful Pisces. Okay, so, and it's all the perception, okay? Like I was talking about this morning, if you haven't seen a full moon in Virgo reading, go ahead and watch that. I'm talking about sometimes the stuff we dream about is so far out there, Pisces, okay? Because we are the beautiful creators of fantasy and mystical realms and everything, right? A lot of us, we have our real lives. We know what reality is. Trust me, a lot of us, that's why we search out these beautiful places in our minds and our energy. This is why we do this. But remember that you can bring some of that back. You don't need to leave it all there. You can bring the beautiful energy of it and implement it into something today. So please take a moment and try to figure out if you can bring it into your life. It may pay off. I mean, just imagine something that makes you feel this good inside, Pisces, is going to make other people feel good as well. Okay? So that's what you're trying to share. You're trying to be of service to people by bringing them these beautiful, beautiful things. I've decided to take from, I think this is I feel a very earthy vibe from this deck. Let me see if I can find the book. It's easier. This is the Witch's Wisdom Tarot, but it has a very earthly, it like talks about the hero's journey, the fool's journey through the whole deck. So I kind of use this more like an oracle than a tarot deck because I just love the vibe of it. It's got a very earthy feel, and I'm using the Herb Crafter's Tarot. There's nothing more earth for in line with the Virgo that's coming in. Okay. So, what's the work we got to do this week? I'm going to take this one first. Okay. We have the Strength card. It's got all of its animal friends here. So, I'm thinking resources, okay? I'm thinking a lot of resources. Don't think that you're alone in here, okay? I have to share something. I thought for the longest time, my most beautiful dreams and fantasies that I had, I didn't think I could share them. You know, sometimes you think, this is something that's private, it's just mine. But at different times of my life, I've realized that I've shared it with people, and they've shared in this beautiful dream that I've had. And not only that, not only do they share it, they help create a reality for it. So don't be afraid. Be courageous. I'm going to go ahead and say, stay strong, be courageous, and ask from your friends, okay? What can I do to bring this, you know, what can I do to bring this to life? And you have the Three of Fire. That's exactly it, okay? The launching card, right? Three of Fire, Three of Wands. How can I launch this into something? How can I put things in motion? How can I make long-term plans? How can I prepare? How can I bring this vision that came in into reality, into something that's so much fun to create, so much fun because, well, I created it in a space, an energy that I wanted, and then I made it, you know, I'm putting it out there as a beautiful energy of mine. Okay, there's nothing better than that. To be able to, you know, bring about an energetic creation. Okay, so this could be in anything. This could be in relationships. It could be in career. If you have a partner and you have things that you've always like dreamt of doing and feeling, and you've never shared them, and you feel you can share part of it. See what happens. Okay, and in your career, same thing. If you have ideas and dreams, it's really time to see if you can bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. All right, so let's see here. Next, spiritual guidance. I love this because this is almost always like spirit coming in and going, look, here's what you need to do. And they always have something to add. They always have something to say. I always love to hear, what do I need to concentrate on? But I always love to hear is, so what do you think, right? It's like asking spirit, what do you think? And then they go, well, what I think is, so let's see here. Oh, look at this. Okay, so you have the two cards that came in, and I love this because it's like, all I could see was 7 of water and 10 of earth, but all I could see was like water and earth. All I could see is like, bring water and earth together and create something. They're showing me like a castle, you know, one of those, it's just sand until you add water, and then you can build one of those sand castles, right? I love this. 7 of water. 7 of water is everything, you know, everything's leading to water. There's 7 of water is, the 7 of cups is usually like all kinds of possibilities. So all of these decisions becoming fruitful. Look at this. It's like saying, you know, all of these possibilities, everything leads you to water. That's all I can hear. Everything leads to water, and water leads to growth. Everything leads to water, and everything leads, and water leads to growth. And if you look, this is mushrooms that and you can see the interconnection between all the trees. Everything is connected. Wow, this is like mind blown. This is, yeah, can't wait for spiritual advice day. This is going to be Tuesday. Yeah, that's going to be good. This one's going to be good. Not that they're not all good, but sometimes, you know, I'm more anticipating, right? I anticipate to see, oh, I can't wait to see what they have to say. How they're going to elaborate on this. Although, it's gorgeous. The 7 of water, there it is again. You know, synchronicity. They're just bringing it home. We're bringing it home, okay? And you have birch. So, you know what? The choices are infinite. I feel that they're saying you have so many choices to pick from, and the only person who's not doing it is you. Okay? All paths lead to water. All paths lead to water. Everything. All paths lead to your water, and all water feeds the ground, the soil. Mushrooms grow in damp areas. They're fungus that interconnects underneath the trees. I was actually shown, I always say that, when something pops up on feeds that I wasn't looking for, and suddenly I find, well, that was odd. That was an odd something. And it was a documentary, and I think it was, I think it was Judi Dench or something. Anyway, and they were telling her how the fungus, and which is mushrooms, how it interconnects all the trees. It's like a system. That's how trees know danger's coming or disease, all of that. And I was thinking, wow, this is so much more intricate, so much more interconnected than I ever realized. And of course, it's so much more than we ever realize. We don't realize even how we're connected to each other, how our energy is so connected to each other, how there's so much magic going on without us knowing. So this is you taking that and making it grow into something. Honestly, it's just, I can't wait for this day. We're gonna look at it. Choices, choices, choices. You have many, many choices. Okay, so day 3 would be, I think it's the block. Of course, let me guess, indecision, not acting, staying in a state of dreaming. Like, what is it, right? Right. 6, maze. Look at that. I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? I'm getting stuck out in nowhere. That's what I'm getting from this. I can see the storm in the distance going, uh-oh. Yeah. Indecision. I would say indecision. Fear of getting lost. Mazes are always that way, right? Justice. Okay. Fair decisions, balance, accountability. Okay? Will I be fairly compensated if I act on these things that I believe were just like good feeling energies that I didn't really think were going to turn out into anything? There's a lot of fear of not being fairly compensated, and I think it's because this Libra action, if you look at it, usually it's somebody on the scales of justice, right? I love the fact that this is cannabis, because here in Canada it was illegal for a long time. I know it's illegal for a lot of places. We use CBD oil in this family, and it's not to get high. Not that I have anything against it, but I mean, it's really not for that. We use it for healing, for relaxing properties, for aches and pains, inflammation. It is of the planet, it is of the earth, but they've chosen to make it illegal because of its properties of and I can't find the word now, but of, I guess, intoxication, but it's not the right word. It's a change, I guess, the way you see or think of things. But where am I going with this? Is that it was blocked, okay? It was blocked for many, many years until somebody unblocked it here. And the worst didn't happen. The whole world didn't go to hell. People are still functioning. People are still doing what they must. I don't think the whole country went to become like drug addicts. Pretty much all the people that I know are still the same that they were before. If they were smoking before, they're still smoking now. If they weren't smoking before, they're not smoking now. Anyway, the people I know. So, I don't know. I feel that we put a lot of blocks in life, thinking that, you know, the big, I don't know, laws are sometimes, they create boundaries and stoppages. And if we simply think in a different way as a healing property, such as this is, sometimes we see the possibilities, right? The possibilities come and see the light of day. I know that this also helps a lot with people suffering from cancer. It helps anxiety. Okay, there's a lot of benefits to things if you're willing to see the benefits in things and not just treat everything as an evil or an impossibility or a boundary that can't be breached. So I'm going to leave that there. We'll look at it more as we go. How is your past affecting you? The Great Mother. Interesting. You know, I feel more about this. It could have something to do with an actual mother. The fact is, though, you do have the Bear. Again, you have your friends. You have the Eight of Swords, right. I talked about embracing the feminine for a while back, about not, even for myself, not being able to be in the receptive mode. And even if you were, it's sometimes not being able to link the two, right? Getting to receive and then putting into action. We either receive and stop, which is, there's the feminine, or we take action without really paying attention to our feminine. There's been a great big disconnect. And I feel that the Eight of Air is saying there's been that disconnect. And we've maybe inadvertently done it to ourselves. In other words, we haven't put two and two together. We didn't link those up together, but now we are. And we're removing those blocks now. We're trying to get rid of those. Okay? So we have the last card, which is spiritual. Round up. What do they think of all of this? Okay, so there's some that turn around. Ancestor. Okay, I'm not going to take these. They just all went everywhere. Okay. When I see anything that says ancestors, it's either they're helping guide us to break old patterns, which I feel this really is. Yeah, the Madre of Air. Okay, so let's see, Madre, I think it is Mother. Let's see. Hijas, Adelitas, Madres, yes, they're mothers. Okay. Yes. Right away when these two cards came out, I felt like it's the hurts of our ancestors. Now, I'm going to put it this way. We're usually taught from the people who come before us, right? Mothers, fathers, grandparents. Everything that they suffer through, they try to impart on us as we come into their lives, right? They put certain stoppages, guards, like you may have a grandparent who didn't believe in cannabis or were very religious and thought, oh, that's a devil's work, right? Ancestors are there to put, they had a plan in place, right? They had the way they think, the way they do things, the way they see things. And that's okay, because it gives us a base, it gives us an idea, it introduces us to things, right? Even if it's not one that you're going to follow or believe in, it introduces us to all kinds of things. And that's the way we're here to be. That's the way we're supposed to see it right now. We're supposed to see things in a way that, okay, that's what I was taught so far. This is a time for you to believe in the things, to implement things the way you want to, okay? Your ancestors were here to give you a base. Now you're here to develop your own. As if you have children of your own, they're going to do the same for themselves. They're not going to believe in everything you do. They're not going to want to do everything you do. They're going to eventually come up with their own definitions, their own meanings, their own energy. Right? Absolutely. This is definitely this. This is definitely that. I had more to say, but it's like they took it away, so I can't access it. And they do that. It's because I guess they want to go through this week with you, and then we're going to broach this subject. But it definitely has to do with you going on your path. It has to do, again, with the fact that you've taken in things, and maybe in the past you've been told, oh, you're in a daydreaming world, and, you know, stop daydreaming and come back to reality. That's the link here. I want your daydreams to become your reality in some way, shape, or form. Ancestors have told you, no, don't do it that way. And now you're going to start doing it your own way. You are going to, it's going to be okay to daydream, because part of that can be used in your reality, if not all of it, okay? Some of you may daydream in reality, and that's the whole point. It's to connect the two. It's to connect that receiving energy into that take action energy. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting. And of course, I'm feeling it's very intricate. Of course it's going to be. It's Virgo energy, right? Coming in. I know this. I've lived with Virgo for 35 years. So yeah. All right, my beautiful ones. I'm going to let you go. We're going to look at all of this week. I hope you can join me then. I'm looking forward to having your comments, your energy, and your beauty with me. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye for now.